Hello, fellow generals, and welcome back to yet another and last episode of our Battle Sector 40K campaign. In this episode, we're going in with a streak of 2 no units lost and a total of 7 units lost, and hoping to defeat the Hive Tyrant. We're going into this mission with the same army composition as last time. We really like to use our four Baal Predators. They are just like the MVPs of the series, I must say. On top of that, we have our 3 Dreadnoughts and will be accompanied by the 2 Hellblasters, the usual HQ units as well, with 2 Tech Marines. Looking at the map, we are seeing the Hive Tyrant at the end of this, so to speak, tunnel. I will call it tunnel in the procedure of this mission. And on the left, on the right, we see 2 flanks that needed to be defeated as well, with pretty heavy units straight away. Well, the goal is obviously to get rid of this Hive Tyrant and of 3 additional Hive Guards that we don't know where they're located at. The strategy is fairly simple, I would say. Split it into 2 flanks, get the big boys out of the equation here. As you can see, with our Dreadnought and Hellblasters, we can pretty quickly defeat this Tyrannofax and focus relatively quickly on the other ones. And then after that, the goal would be to get into the tunnel and focus on the Hive Tyrant. As always, we are using our first move advantage to get as much damage in as possible, and I think we learned throughout this whole campaign how to do this pretty effectively. On top of that, we keep utilizing the buffs from our HQ units in order to get more momentum or more damage or even more health or protection. We also are trying to utilize as good as possible the terrain. As I said earlier, this tunnel is giving us a lot of advantage in terms of protection and coverage, as well as streamlining our damage as well. After turn 1, we will see those guards appear at the end of the tunnel, which makes it for us pretty simple now to decide what we're gonna do with the 2 flank units. That also means that we can concentrate our units into this tunnel, but saying that won't be as easy, since this tunnel is now populated with probably the biggest units out there, and on top of that, our flank units are getting heavy pressured by Tyrannofaxes and other stuff. Furthermore, the Tyranids did not come for fun here, and you are quickly realizing that by what they're coming with. They're having Tyrannofaxes in the tunnel, they're having the guards in the tunnel, and they have some of the greatest units that are pressuring our flanks. With that being said, what can we do? Well, we need to use our HQ units very wisely and focus on firing power on single units. As you can see here, the Hellblasters are proving to be a very important unit for us, as they can deal very good damage with their improved weapons. As we are now in the second turn, I believe the pressure on the flanks is getting less and less, so we can focus all of our units into the tunnel. Only a few little units left, like these Gene Stealers or those Venotropes, but the main focus is currently really on the tunnel now, as we lose our first Baal Predator here. I don't think it was like anywhere possible to save this Baal Predator by choosing going into the tunnel, but I think overall, and while our goal is to not lose any units in this final mission, I don't think anyone expects to go out here without any losses. And as I managed to say before, while the Ball Predators are the MVP of the series, the Hellblasters were the MVPs of this mission. Due to their long range and really high damage weapons, we were able to get some hits in on these guards as well as on the Hive Tyrant, and give us a small advantage going forward. Now, we are also focusing on the other turn of hexes in this tunnel as well, but this is just because we don't want to lose any more units, to be honest. Still, at this point, the mission was very critical, in a very critical position. While we were trying to fight off every big boy that we could, I think the Tyranids were trying to get the momentum on top of us, which they seemed to have until the Hive Tyrant jumped into our units here. This was actually made me very happy, as that meant for us that we can delete one of their biggest units almost straight away. Now, you'll see here we lost another pair of Hellblasters, which is our second unit that we lost in this campaign, or in this mission. But at the same time, you will see here that we were able to defeat the Hive Tyrant pretty quickly and easily, which meant then for us that we now can focus on these 3 Hive Guards that are very conveniently lined up in the tunnel. That meant for us what? Take our best firing units, move them into the tunnel, and hit as hard as possible. Yeah, by sending the Synaptic Leader straight into our army, we were pretty certain to exploit this advantage. And as you can see, within one turn, we almost delete half of the Hive Guards, and within the second turn, I believe, we were then able to defeat the whole thing, as they were trying to move backwards as they realized their mistake. Unfortunately for them, this was too late. We were able to mobilize our forces, shuffle around pretty strategically, also by using our HQ units and their buffs. We were able to focus on these Hive Guards and eliminate them pretty easily. As you can see here, last shot with those Hellblasters, I think, did the trick. No, it was the Furious Dreadnought that did at the end the job. With that being said, I think it was a pretty successful run for us. We managed to only lose 9 units in all of these 20 missions, which I think is very good for the second hardest difficulty. I'm very happy that a lot of you stayed with me throughout this journey, and I'm hoping to see you guys soon in another either Battle Sector video or another Warhammer video. Thank you very much, and see you.